you know what I need? I think the next emote should be an emote of me running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Cause like the last 2 minutes, that's been me. No joke. I had to rope in Steve to help me put away some pencils and get organized for today because it's been one of those afternoons. Mostly because I was looking for something for a while and I couldn't find it and then I lost track of time. Anyway, we are moving on. Ev, thank you, Ev. We had some hypes in chat for Ev for her super chat. Thank you so much. Exclamation point hype and use those handy dandy hype emotes.
Happy Friday exclamation mark colon underscore Emily Paul colon underscore Emily Paul colon underscore Emily Hart colon underscore Emily Hart colon underscore Emily Paul colon underscore Emily Paul.
Brooke, hello. Mona, hello. And that's sent twice. I must have done.
Happy Friday exclamation mark colon underscore Emily Paul colon underscore Emily Paul colon underscore Emily Hart colon underscore Emily Hart colon underscore Emily Paul colon underscore Emily Paul.
Let's see. Ashley, hello. You have to get up early, so I'll be lurky. Oh, sounds good. Julie, hello. Sarah, hello. Renee, hello. Let's see. Estelle, hello. Who else do we have? Sammy, hello. Let's see. Daniela and Michelle, hello. And there's Steve and there's Ed. Shannon, hi Shannon. Let's see. Linda. Scrolling through here. Celine, hello Celine. Let's see. Dion, hello. And hop down. Hang on, don't want to lose you here. Angela. Okay, I think I got everyone. If I missed you, I apologize. Sometimes chat hops down and I lose track of my place. So welcome everybody. Okay, so I was trying to think about which Johanna I wanted to do next. And I literally pulled out like all my books and I was looking around and everything. And I decided that I wanted to do Secret Garden Artist Edition. However, when I decided that and I posted it, I did not realize that like Secret Garden, they're not making them anymore. Hi Ariane, hi Dee. But I didn't realize how out of print the artist editions are. So right now, the Enchanted Forest one is still a decent price. It's like $9. You can get the Lost Ocean one, what did I see it as? Might be like $18. Still not terrible if you're really, really wanting it. But the Secret Garden Artist Edition was $50 on Amazon. So, this page is also in the regular Secret Garden coloring book, which you can get for much less. And really all it is just they're not printing them anymore. So technically this is out of print. So unless you already have this, it might be hard for you to follow on specifically because I'm thinking watercolor for the background because the thing that is different between the artist edition and the book is the paper. This is like a super thick cardstock. I don't know the exact weight of it, but it's thicker than my Nina paper. It's thicker than the Nina paper. Yeah, so these came out a few years ago, Daniela, and like I said, like it was Secret Garden and then Enchanted Forest and Lost Ocean, and I've asked her before, like, do they plan to release any more? But I think what it was is that it wasn't popular enough to justify the cost for production for it, if that makes sense. Hi, Patricia. So I don't see, as far as everything that I've talked to her about, there is no plans to reprint this anytime soon. Yeah, I don't think it came everywhere, but like I said, this book, it takes all the images from the regular, you found this edition on sale. Sheena, where did you find it? I guess I only looked on Amazon. I didn't think to look in Book Depository. But as far as Amazon's concerned, like I put the link in the description below more than anything for someone to like be able to find the specific book. But I mean, me personally, I would not spend $50 on it unless like I'm not gonna, because the funny thing is I actually have 1 or 2 copies of this. I got an extra one. They were on sale for like $6 at one. Oh, in your country, gotcha. They were on sale for like $6 at one point, and I got one for my mother and me, and I think I had another one. So this might be my second one. I'll have to look. But yeah, so that is what we're working on tonight because that is what I wanted to use, and you know, I have it, so I want to use it. But if you're wanting to follow along and you don't have the artist edition, this image is in the Secret Garden book. The only difference is the way that it is cropped. This is portrait, while in the books it is perfectly square. So maybe alternatively, because you can put some watercolor in the regular books, but the paper does buckle. It's not gonna hold it nearly as well as something that's a little bit thicker than this. So you could always do pencil with it instead. Here's my plan for this, because I've actually done this image before. You can find it on my Instagram. I did everything in kind of like a lot of blues. These, for some reason, I did them in browns. I did it super early on, like way early on, and I should have got the photo to show you guys. But basically, I've done this before, early days, like 2015. Lost Ocean Artist Edition. A lot of people were excited about that one because the illustrations were so small in the book. They're just like, okay, well, cool. If I get the artist edition, then things will be blown up, which they were to a degree, and some things were blown up more than others. But I don't think it's quite. Hi, Katrina. I don't think it's quite what everybody thought that it might be. But for this instance, I wanted to do this one, and I wanted to do it on this larger one just because I kind of had an idea for it. And this is the reason that I chose Prismacolors over any of the other pencils, because I know we talked about Castle Arts, but I think to get what I want it to look like, it needs to be Prismacolors. Here is my idea. I'm thinking, I don't know, I tend to default towards dark sky on this with maybe like a brown, almost like a tawny owl. But I think what I would like to do instead, and we're gonna see if we can do this, it's an idea. I'm thinking more like snowy owl, like Hedwig, for those of you who are familiar with Harry Potter. I'm thinking snowy owl. I was thinking if I wanted to do like snow on the leaves, but I don't know if I want to go that far. I know a snowy owl, when in reality it would be in like a snowy area, but you know what? It's my world. So it's going to be a snowy owl, and we're going to have leaves and branches and everything. I haven't quite decided what I want the leaves and branches to be, but I think what we're going to go for is a kind of white and brownish, you know, because snowy owls do have some brown markings on them. Hi, Jaeyoon. I am doing well. How are you? And then we're going to do blue for the background. So I was trying to decide if I want to do background first, because it would be easier to put pencil over dried watercolor. But I kind of want to just dive into pencil and see how we can do this. So I did screenshot a couple snowy owls from Google. And here's the other thing too. This is a great way to find out if you have grown in your artwork. No, it's not Harry Potter based. It's not. I just want to do a snowy owl, and Hedwig was my reference. So no, it's not going like Harry Potter direction. But one of the things you can do, especially if you've done the page before and you want to do it differently, like for instance, the dragonfly page in Enchanted Forest, I have done that 4, maybe 5 times. So if you have grown over the years and your style has changed, or your technique, or you've learned some new things, what you can do is take a look at the original image that you did. Take a look at it and be like, okay, what didn't I like about it? You lost your funny day. Oh no, I'm sorry. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? How do you do things differently now, and how can you change it? So I have the screenshot on my phone. I should have put it up on Discord, or not on Discord, on stream here, but I didn't. I'm gonna pull this up, and this is my goal. So hang on, let me pull up the screenshot. Okay, we good? Yeah. Okay, so this is what I did before. Okay, so you can see I did the dark background. I did, a lot of blue leaves, some green. Yeah, I did this one September 26, 2015. So this was a really early one. Now it's kind of hard to see through here. Like I said, if you go on Instagram, you can see it on my Instagram. The owl's not bad, but there's just different shading that I think I want to try and accomplish this time to make it look like the wings on top of the body, if that makes sense. So like I want to go like heavier shadows here and just make it look, I don't know. I have some ideas. We're going to dive in. We're going to start with the Prismacolors just because they layer well and could go over the lines nicely. But that is the plan. Oh, nice, Shannon. See, we all have good memories of this one. It's such an early one, like it's definitely a throwback. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pull up chat again here real quick. Okay. We're good here. One of these days I will get another screen to actually put on my desk. It'll be, you know, much more professional than just putting my phone up here. But yeah, so that is the plan for tonight. I'm trying to think if I have any other announcements. Next week, Belinda and I are gonna be in our challenge stream. I'm gonna get that scheduled. But aside from that, no other real announcements. My new rigging for the camera will be here Monday, so I'm super excited. All right, you should. It's so fun to kind of revisit the pages. But anyway, so I also have the link for the regular Secret Garden book down below. So if you want to try and venture with that, there's that. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. 72 set of Derwent watercolor pencils for Valentine's Day. Nice. I love that. So this is the, oh, you can see the ring light up there. This is the chart that I have. If you need, there are some charts online that you can get. There's a number of different places. There's the Ruby Charms. But anyway, I have charts that I've all made in Excel, so they all look very similar. These are all free on my website. You can just go to emilyillustrator.com/downloads. There's loads of color charts on there. Obviously not every pencil in the world. It's mostly pencils I have and pencil chart orders that people have sent me. So that's all listed there on top of some worksheets and coloring pages, etc., etc. Hi, Pickle. So anyway, if you need that, that's there. That is the chart that I'm using today. I have a few extra on here because these are discontinued colors that I happen to have. So some metallic colors, some steel. If you want to know more about Prismacolors, I did a Let's Talk episode all about Prismacolors, a little bit of the history, a little bit of blending, lots of different stuff there. So, Boots, I'm so glad. I'm glad that went well. So you can take a look at that. As far as the Let's Talk episodes, I am planning on doing more, but like I've mentioned before, after we did COVID, I'm catching up with work, I'm catching up with plans, and honestly, I just haven't had the time to plan out any episodes of that. But we will get back to it. We will. When time allows. So there is that. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna pull up a couple of these screenshots, and I just grabbed my images from Google, so you can always just pull them up there. So like for instance, this guy's pretty. He's got quite a bit of brown and white on him. He's got kind of like stripes on his chest. Same kind of idea with this one. So that's going to be kind of, I think, what we're going for. So he's not going to be like fully white by any means. But that's going to be the plan, Stan. And, you know, I'm going to take some creative license with it, obviously, because this owl is not a standard, sorry, I realized my hand was sitting right there. This isn't like what a standard owl looks like. What are our plans for Valentine's Day? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. We've just been trying to get things back to normal. But everybody else, what are your guys' plans for Valentine's Day? Okay, so we've got our chart here. So it's going to be mostly kind of tans, and obviously we've got lots of white. I've got all my little white stubbies. I actually ordered another box of 12 today because I use it so frequently. Oh, nice, Brooke. I like it. So we're going to be using, let's get out some of these colors here. We're definitely going to need some browns. So we're going to grab dark umber, dark brown. Let's flip over to our browns here. Let's see. All right, we got dark umber, dark brown. There you go. Oh, nice, Shannon. Let's see. Let's get light umber for sure. Putty beige. I have a bunch of extras. Steve was helping me put away some of the pencils, and he's just like, why do you have so much putty beige? But I don't know about you guys, but when I have a color I really like, I sort of just latch onto it. I can't help it. Let's see. We're gonna do some French grays. Let's get French gray 10%. French gray, 20%. Nice, Brooke. That's like the holy grail. That's pirate treasure right there. 18 Carandash Pablos that arrive tomorrow. Nice. Oh, Alex, what coloring book did you get? Okay, let's also get, I don't think we need Sandbar Brown. It's pretty similar to light umber. Let's see. We'll get not seashell pink. Maybe Peach beige or ginger root? Let's get ginger root. Rainbow rose with glitter and a snow globe and got a stuffed animal and candy. Nice, Mandy. Let's see. What color did I say? Hi, Kenny. Ginger root. Okay. Ginger root. And we're going to get not eggshell, but we will get cream. We might end up using cream. I'm not entirely positive. Now, what I think I might also get is a little bit of powder blue for some reflection on him. So let's see, powder blue. I actually don't use powder blue. That's cloud blue. I don't use it too often. Honestly, my favorite blue in the Prismacolors set is the sky blue light. But let's get powder blue and cloud blue. Nice, Sheena. I like it. Oh, nice. That's cool when a coloring book's made for spring cutting garden. Oh, okay. That's nice when it's made for watercolor. Okay. Let's also get grayed lavender. Because when you do something white, it's not always just white. Ooh, magic cards. Cool. All right. Grayed lavender. Okay, I think that might be all for now. I think that's enough. How many dark browns did we get? We got 3? Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, I can't wait till we have that new setup. I'm so paranoid now about knocking this whole thing off again. Okay, so on the owl, the face and kind of the chest area is white, and then we get down into the color here. So like I said, there's definitely going to be some creative license just because of how many patterns are on the owl. The average snowy owl does not have all these patterns on here. So, you know, funny thing is, Ev, is Steve actually, he brought that up and I just didn't realize that Monday correlated with it. So, I don't know. Because we don't really have any solid plans. I do not like the idea of going out to eat right now. We can order in, but if it's just dinner, then I don't know. I haven't decided. I may need to keep you guys posted. I don't know. We've been married like 10 years. Like, I mentioned it last time. If you guys have watched the Holderness family, like, it's funny because they were joking about for Valentine's Day, it's like candy, flowers, like, I'm good. You know what and Steve already does it anyway, but they was joking about how, you know what's sexy? Chores are sexy. Hi, Marilyn. And honestly, like, if somebody told me like, hey, Steve's either gonna get you, you know, some sparkly jewelry or he's gonna clean the entire garage. I'd go for a garage any day. I don't know. I'm probably just too practical. I don't know, but chores are sexy, man. Is there really a holiday? I mean, really? I don't know. Like, it's not like we're unromantic by any means, but it's just like, I don't know. Family bike ride? Oh, I like that. Everything, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day because we always tell each other. Yeah, see, Celine, it's kind of like that. It's, I mean, yeah, we'll spend time together and everything, but some big money drop, like, I mean, we both have to work that day anyway. I don't know. I don't think we fully talked about it. I don't know. Steve, you got any input? I got nothing. All right. So let's start. Gosh, I don't know how I want to tackle his face yet. Like here, up here and stuff is going to have some of that brown speckling, but down here it seems like it needs to be pretty white. So we're going to, until I know for sure what I want to do with that, we're going to start with his body here. So if you are following along in the regular coloring book, this is going to be slightly smaller for you. Exactly. Go, Ev. Yeah, I don't know. Exactly, Angela, exactly. All right. I don't know, I feel like Valentine's Day is definitely more for, I don't know, maybe people that are just dating or in like early relationships. I remember Valentine's Day being a big deal when I was younger and like, I don't know, but like I said, we've been married for over 10 years now. Like, I don't know, our anniversary's in a couple months. We'll do something for that. Exactly. exactly. See, it's just, Alex, that's it exactly. Like the idea of going out to eat at a crowded, packed restaurant, that right there does not appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. Like this is why streaming is such a good thing for me, because I like virtual people. going and interacting with physical people is not fun for me. Sitting there thinking like, what if they're sick? Can I go home yet? Okay, so let's look at the browns we chose. We chose dark umber, light umber, and dark brown. Dark umber is pretty dark. Let's start with dark brown. Exactly. I mean, if anything, since you guys told me about the gluten-free at Olive Garden, maybe we'll just do that. Like, that sounds good to me. I don't know. Does that make me boring? It's not like we don't love each other, like, but I feel like what we do on one day shouldn't define how we are, you know? Okay, so dark brown. So what I want to do is we're going to do dark brown at the tips. And like I said, for all these different colors, we'll mix it up a little bit, but we're going to start with dark brown at the tips. People-y people, ew, right? Like, okay, I used to be, and I am still an extrovert. I mean, I have no problem talking to you all. I mean, there's like 70 people in here right now. If I were to walk in a room with 70 people right now, I'd be like, no. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go now. Anyone got Cheetos? You know? Like, that's it too, Alex. Like, I'm too practical. It's just like, well, I mean, we could spend, 150 between gifts and dinner and, whatever else, depending on where you go. I'm like, or we could take that 150 and spend it on, something more practical. Like a bookshelf. No, actually, I did get a small bookshelf. We're good. Or a bird. I was trying to convince Steve of the bird again today. It didn't work. But yeah, I mean, I was always, kind of going out, but I think ever just since the pandemic, like it's just shifted my mindset. I am so much more relaxed doing this. Yeah, see, there you go. That's what I enjoy, Brooke. I'm so much more relaxed doing this than I would be as if I was like, Yeah, see, there you go. Now, I will say, like, over the years, there have been a few pieces of jewelry that I've really enjoyed, but I think a big part of it is, like, it's one thing if you are boyfriend and girlfriend and you don't share funds. And like, if he decides to buy you something, then like, yeah, sure, that's cool. He knows how to manage his own budget kind of thing. But then when you have a joint account and, taxes are coming up, we've got 2 kids, we've got, this, we've got that. Then it's just like, wow, should we really be spending this kind of money on jewelry that I probably won't get to wear? Hi, Michaela. I mean, I used to wear it more often. But like, for instance, this little ring right here, Steve got me this for our 10-year wedding anniversary, and I love it. Like, he asked me if I wanted something fancier, but I really didn't. In fact, this ring, it was so perfect. So we went to the jewelry store, and this was just like, we were looking at all this other stuff. They were actually having a really good sale at the time, but somebody had actually returned this ring, and it was my size. Like, I would have had to get any other ring sized, and I was just like, that's it. That's perfect. Like, I don't want anything fancy, What did Angela say? Oh, yeah. But yeah, I didn't want anything fancy. I liked the idea of something simple. And the fact that it was just sitting there, somebody had brought it in, returned it. Like, it had only been sitting there for a couple of days and it was my size. I'm just like, it was meant to be, And I love it. It's super simple. Like, I have this band. And then I have my actual wedding band. I don't ever wear it on stream, but so it's like, I've got my 3 rings. I'm good. Year and 4 months. We're still in the beginning of it's only your second Valentine's Day. Oh, I like that. Exactly. Well, and then that same jewelry store, their store in the mall ended up closing. So they had this massive like store closing sale. And I got all these really cute, like legitimate pieces of jewelry. I think I got my mom like a really good Mother's Day gift that year. But it was all for like prices were at a steal. So now I have this small collection of like actual jewelry that's just nice and simple. I've never been one for like gaudy kind of, big, large pieces or anything. I like my stuff simple. I don't like it overcomplicated. Like, it's just, I'm a simple girl, I don't really do bracelets because I always end up like taking them off or like I lose them or whatever else. Up until I got married, I didn't really do rings, but, you know, I do these ones. Necklaces. Necklaces are more me than anything else. Right? They are. And half the time the kids, not the kids, the kids don't. The cats end up eating them and throwing them up on the bed anyway. So, you know, hubby lost his wedding band when he was cleaning one of our huge fish tanks. Oh, no. See, that's the thing too. When that store was having the big sale, the wedding band that we had ended up picking up for Steve when we got married, it had this cool, like one side was shiny, one side was buff, but we didn't take into effect that as you wear it, it kind of shines it anyway. So it ended up being a band with like a groove down the middle. So when the store was going, was closing, we took the opportunity to get him 2 new bands that we got for a really good price. And so he has, you know, different rings that he can choose to wear. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've just, you know, I'm too practical. Honestly, I told Steve that if he wanted to get me flowers, I really like those Lego flowers, you know, just then I can build them and then they last forever and the cats don't eat them. So, hi, Azalina, how are you? All right, now we have light umber. I mean, my biggest concern for Valentine's Day at the moment is making sure that my kids get all their Valentines made for their Valentine's party. That's, you know... Yeah, exactly, Celine. I like him every now and then, but I never want him to spend like a ton. Like, honestly, if he was at the grocery store and you know how they've got those bins of flowers and it's just like, oh, here for like $10, you can get this really pretty bouquet of flowers. I'm like, boom, right there. That's what I want. That's it. I'm good. Like, please, no more than $10 on something that is going to die soon. Like, it's just, I'm good, you know? I'm a simple person. I'm very simple. Nothing too fancy. I mean, like I said, when we were dating early on, I do remember that, you know, he got me some pieces that I love. Like one year for Christmas, he got me a locket. But that's the thing is that I don't wear that much jewelry, so I have my pieces now that I absolutely love, and I don't feel the need for anymore. Oh, Ev, I love that. Right, Celine? That was the hilarious part on that Holderness Family parody that they did for Valentine's Day. Like, he's just like, no, we don't want roses. We want a plant that we can get from Costco, like in a pot. Like, okay. That's the other thing, too, is I'm terrible with keeping plants alive. I'm better with keeping the pets and the kids alive than I am plants. I always forget to water them. But they always froze. I'll never spend $50 on flowers again. See? Right. I don't know. Like maybe 1 rose. I just feel like I can enjoy it so much more when I know we didn't drop a bunch of money on it. I don't know if that just makes me stingy or practical or what. Oh, I missed these ones up here. Hang on. Let's grab that dark brown real quick. So, like I said, we're taking some artistic license with this, but the idea is similar to a snowy owl. Right, Sarah? Me too. I still have some dead herb plants in a pot out the front door that I haven't even got rid of yet. It's, you know, a home with ambience for the garden gnome that clearly did not do his job in keeping the plants alive. Isn't that what the gnomes are for? You know, to make sure your plants grow? Mine didn't work. Exactly. It's practical. Absolutely, Snookit. Absolutely. It's just like, okay, well, you know, because, you know, there's always a list of things that maybe we need to get for the house or, you know, something we want down the line. Like I want to get an ottoman for the bedroom because the kids like to sit in there and watch TV, and I don't want like kid furniture in there, but like a nice ottoman to sit at the foot of the bed where we can store blankets. Like that's on my list of like something that I eventually want to get. So I would rather drop $150 on some nice piece of furniture than $150 on one night out. I don't know. Nice, is Lena. If we drop money, I want it to be on something that will last. Exactly. Keep drowning them. Right? It's so hard to keep them alive. All right, ginger root. I mean, it's nice and all, but you know, like recently, one of the things that we invested for was we got an awning for the backyard for the kids for when it gets really hot, so they can still swing on their swings. So they kind of have like a covered play area for the backyard. That right there, that was $100 well spent. Like, I want to spend it on the practical things. Right? Like, no, if you're going to spend $50 on me, can I have some Copic markers instead? It just makes sense. All right, we're using ginger root right now. What we're going to do after the ginger root is we're going to blend this all through with white. It's so funny because this is so different from my normal color palette, but we're going to make up for the color in the sky, and I haven't quite decided. I'm thinking I don't know, I want him to pop, but I also want him to pop from the background, so we may still keep some of the leaves and stuff neutral. See, there you go, Verica, I love that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's Valentine's Day, but like I said, I'm more like in my head, I'm like, okay, we need to get the kids Valentine's Day. We need to make sure everything's all, and we're wrapping up like Girl Scout cookie season. So it's just like, I've got too many other things going on. I'm just like, oh, Valentine's Day for us. Right. I don't know. You want to watch a movie? Sweet. All right, we're good. I am not coloring like Emily. Nope, not at all. Exactly. There you go. Something you'll use. Exactly. All right. So now we're going to do white. And we are going to blend over the top. Like I said, the idea that I had for this, like, ooh, I can feel the lead in here is kind of loose. Oh, that's sad. All right, well, we're gonna be gentle with it, and we're gonna keep using it until it goes out on us. But yeah, I don't know. Fancy camping cots. See, there you go. I got a Posca set on my wish list. Forgot all about it. It comes by with that red velvet night cake. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. And that's the other thing. Like, you know, there's you know, Olive Garden, of course, the gluten-free, but you know, my diet is pretty restricted in comparison to like a lot of restaurants. So it's just like, I don't know. Can't we just stay home? I love you. Can we spend time together here? I mean, we did get dressed up before and stuff. I don't know. Oh, your doctor. Okay. Oh, you made him a cake. I like that. What kind of cake did you make him? Let's get our brush and brush away some of this. Go. I don't know. I know it's kind of slow going right now, but I think that when we're done with it, it's going to end up looking really cool. I was just staring at it, and like I almost went on Instagram to kind of glance through and like see if I could get some ideas, but I chose not to because I was just like, no, I really want to do something different. So the only other image that I looked at when I was trying to decide what to do was my previous one, and that's mostly because I wanted to kind of learn from it and do something different. You know what? Exactly. Watching something at home. Okay, so in hindsight, it's a little bit browner than I wanted, so I think we'll switch it up on the next portion. I'm going over these black lines with the white. I really like how the white lays over the black lines. It doesn't make them disappear, but it definitely darkens them a bit. So what we might end up doing is either using an eraser or using some Posca or some sort of white gel pen to go over the top of it a little bit. Exactly. Hi, Lisa. You're just fine. White with pink frosting, red candles. He had a huge sweet tooth. Plus, after 25 years married, he would rather have cake. Exactly. Yeah, Steve is definitely more of a cookie kind of guy. He likes cookies quite a bit. So if I'm making any dessert, okay, I'm going to press a little bit harder on this and see if I can fade this out just a little bit. Let's get it a little bit lighter. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We will just make the change for the next one. So, hi Celeste, how are you? So let's start with dark umber for this next area here. Okay, and just like we did kind of before. It's going to be darker at the tip. Now it's got this outline here. I'm going to ignore this inner line. I'm going to ignore it. Yeah, no, I can't see you, line. If I can't see you, that means you're not there, right? Okay, so we're using dark umber. Wait, a Keurig, but alcohol pods instead of coffee? Interesting. 4:30 a.m. in Norway. I'm finished with a cheesecake for my daughter's 24th birthday. Oh my goodness. I love late night cooking though. Brownies and key lime pie. Hi, Tanya. We're discussing Valentine's Day, Tanya. I did almost consider doing one of the heart motifs, but I knew that we'd be working on this past Valentine's Day, so I was just like, eh. Okay, let's see. Let's do just a little bit of the light umber, and we're not gonna do the ginger root like we did for the second one. Okay. So we're just gonna add a little bit on top of that. Trying not to smear it here. Commercial again for next stream? What do you mean? You talking about the ads that run on the stream? Hey, sweetie. Oh, the cups got done. Good. Very nice. How do they feel?
Good.
Yeah? Much better than the wrap? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Love you.
Thank you.
Hey, is all that long? Hang on one second, chat.
Hi, chat.
You gotta say good night, chat, not hi, chat.
Night, chat.
Get some sleep. Love you. You turned 19 for the 31st time in March. I like it. I approve. All right, now we're gonna grab our white. Let's do a little bit of light umber over here. Sorry, I muted it because I had to talk to him about laundry real quick, and I didn't think you guys wanted to hear our laundry talk. The air has been so dry, her hands have been real dry, so what we were talking about is I got some white cotton gloves for her so we can put lotion and stuff on her hands at night and hopefully feel better in the morning. All right, so now I'm gonna use white, and I'm gonna press kind of hard because I didn't, trail up the brown too high because I want to see how much white we can get in here. So I'm pressing pretty hard. I'm not doing my usual light layers. I am definitely relying on the smush factor of the Prismacolors. That's why I chose them, honestly, because I couldn't think of how I wanted to get the white across with any other pencils. And I have loads of the Prismacolor white, so just like that just seems like the best option all around. Yeah, little Steve isn't quite old enough to stay up late. Little Emily gets to stay up about an hour later on the weekends. Weeknights for school, it's all the same time, but weekends she gets to stay up a little bit later. It's interesting how much the tone changes with that ginger root versus not. But like I said, it's not going to look exactly like a snowy owl. We're taking some creative license with it, but it'll just kind of look like a cool kind of owl. He'll be neato. Sounds good, Kenny. Okay, so let's do now. Let's zoom out a little bit. Turn that down just a smidge. There we go. Let's do this part here. This is going to be mostly white, but let's grab, not putty beige, We do have our warm grays. Let's grab warm gray 20%. Okay. I'm gonna do this along the bottom because I want this part to be mostly white. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our 10% warm gray. Okay. All right. Then we're gonna grab our white again. Okay. So like I said, I'm going over all of these black lines because I don't mind that they're kind of grayed out. That is one thing that I found though with Prismacolors and the Johanna books. I can't remember if I experienced it with any of the other books, but because of the way that I press with the white sometimes, that does have a tendency to smear the ink a little bit. And that's been in all the books. And I think a lot of that just has to do with how hard I'm pressing, you know? Okay, go. Now, once we get all of our colors and everything down, we're gonna come in from the sides and such, and we're gonna add kind of like our directional shadow colors. All right, let's move on to, let's do some of these feathers here on the side, okay? So let's start with the dark brown because I'm going to kind of alternate the colors a little bit. I don't know that I'll bring in that ginger root. I'll have to at some point, so this isn't the only thing that looks like it. So we might do it on a few of these feathers, but I don't want to do a ton of this light brown. Hi, Leslie. How are you? All right, so we're going to start with dark umber. Yeah. Did we do dark umber here, or was it the dark brown? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. No, let's do dark umber. Okay, so we're gonna start a little bit there. Let's see, do I want to do underneath and top and bottom? Don't want it to be super brown. Let's do this a little bit. We'll just do this top one. It's gonna have some overlap from his chest here. And then, sorry, I tend to like talk out loud when I'm trying to decide what it is that I want to do. So now we're going to skip this one and we're going to go ahead and do dark umber on the next one. Oh, I'm sorry, Leslie. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for that one. And then we're going to skip the next one and we're going to do that one here. Then we're going to go ahead and I want to do anything individual with these circles. I don't think I will. I think we're just going to go over them. Like I said, my intention for this was to do something different with it than I did with the first one that I did. Recently, Michaela? Hang on. I'm not seeing anything new. I probably responded to it already. All right, dark brown. So I do want there to be a little bit of a difference between this, but I don't want these to be completely brown. I still want a lot of that white to come through. All right, so for the umber, we're gonna grab a little bit of putty beige, not much. That's a pretty red color, but I do want a little bit, just a little bit to kind of soften the edge of that. And I did dark brown. Okay, this one should have been dark brown. I missed one. That's the other thing. And when the colors are so light, it's easy to lose track. So what you could do is do all of one and then move on to the next one, which in hindsight, I probably should have done, but what are you gonna do? All right, so now we're gonna grab warm gray 10%, and we're gonna use that with the dark brown. And then we're gonna go in with our white. Just wanna give it a quick sharpen, and this is why I go through white so much, because I keep wanting to keep a nice sharp point. Okay. So now we're gonna grab our white. See, because of that putty beige, that's coming out pretty red, so it's something to keep in mind. If you always want to test to see what the undertones of these browns are that you're using, feel free to test them out on another sheet as well. Because those undertones definitely come out once you start kind of spreading out the color. And it really makes it obvious kind of what color family these are in, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna press a little bit harder because I want just a little bit more white on this than there is. And like I said, after we get kind of these base colors in, we're gonna be going down and laying down some few more defining shadows. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's do some of these feathers before we go on to the chest here. Let's start with, I want to bring in some of this too. So it's, like I said, it's going to look awkward if we only do this kind of the ginger root only here. So I think we'll bring some of that ginger root into this. Now I'm not going to ignore these lines again. So we're going to start with, dark umber. And we're going to get a little bit there. Okay. And we'll do the next area. A little bit more. And then we're going to bring in some of that ginger root, just a little bit. Okay. Definitely got that yellow tone to it. It's a really good kind of portrayal of what color families these are in. Okay, and then let's do the inside. So let's do the dark brown. Do it right along the edge here. Okay, then we're gonna grab the warm gray 10%. Let's grab it and let's just do all of the sections here. So dark brown. Just like so. Go. Okay, then the warm gray 10% again. Like I said before, I'm pressing fairly hard. Okay, now we're gonna bring in our white. And we are going to go over all of that. I did briefly think about using the Derwent drawing because they are pretty like creamy in comparison to the Prismacolors, but I didn't want to use them all up because I knew this was gonna be a big page. So I have extras of the Prismacolors, so it's just like, it just makes sense. Oh, I didn't put any dark brown on this one. Hang on. If you're hearing what sounds like tapping or whatever, it's Nibbles. He's doing nibbly things in his little habitat here. So if the sound gets to be too much, let me know and I will have Steve take him downstairs. All right, so now we're gonna have the warm gray 10%, just like we did on the other one. And we're gonna have our white again. Nibbles, you're being so noisy. There we go. And I want to gray out those lines, so we're on the right path here. Thank you, Kenny. Okay, so now we have these feathers back here. Let's see. You know, I said I wanted to have this overlap it more, but I'm realizing now that these chest feathers are what's above this, so I might not be able to change that look too much. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab, what do I want? Dark, let's go dark umber. Okay, we're gonna give this a quick sharpen. And the nice thing is, because it's a symmetrical owl, what we can do is just work on like the left side of it for the most part, and then I can do the other side of it off stream, because it's the same thing for the rest of it. So like I figure we'll do the whole background on stream, but if we get just one half of it colored, then you guys don't have to watch me color all the same things for the rest of the page, you know? Okay, so dark umber now. We're gonna start here because it is gonna be darker where these leaves are overlapping. So if you wanna kind of portray that shadow, these feathers are overlapping. So we're just gonna take this dark umber underneath all of these, all the way down. Plus, if you're left-handed or right-handed and you tend to smear your color across, it's nice to work. So for like me, I'm left-handed, so it's nice that we're working on the left-hand side. Okay, so dark umber is gonna get all the way up here. We're gonna stop here because I don't know yet what color I'm gonna put here, and I don't wanna add too much darkness if it's something I'm gonna wanna take away later. Okay, so dark umber there. We're gonna get some of it underneath this leaf here. Okay, let's see. Let's do I wanna do these all the same color? All right, let's do dark umber here. This is me thinking out loud. Okay. So we're kind of helping with that shadow line a little bit. So I started watching New Girl again. I forgot how funny that show was. Even Steve was laughing. So, and you know, he's like enjoying one of my shows, that it's probably pretty good. Okay, so let's get light umber. Just a little bit on these lined sections. There we go. Then we're gonna get the, let's do 20% warm gray. Just a little bit. We still want it to be a lot of white. Plus, Emily Deschanel, she's so talented. She's so quirky. Honestly, like her quirkiness reminds me of me. You haven't seen New Girl? Oh, it's good. It's on Netflix. I would consider it like a rom-com, a romantic comedy. Okay, and then 10% warm gray. Nice thing is this whole method that we're doing, it seems to be going pretty quickly. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our ginger root to go with the umber, or the light umber. Okay, not too much. And then we're gonna do the white. Oh, you know what? This trails up here a little bit. We'll have to add some of that dark umber on there. All right, so now we're gonna grab our white. And we are just going to use it to blend everything on through. Okay. Like I said, those tones really kind of come out quite a bit. Ooh, you know, we should add a little bit of shadow under this overlapping leaf here. So let's grab, hi Tech Gal, how are you? Let's grab our dark umber here. And we'll skip with the 20% warm gray and let's just use the 10%. Grab the white. We're also going to blend those edges of the feathers. We're still in frame? Yes, okay. Okay, and then the edge here. Blend that through. See, that one's pretty brown. That one's pretty brown. So I'm actually going to start from the white side. I'm going to clean the tip of my pencil a little bit because it is also possible to drag some of that color from the previous areas you colored down. See, so it's still looking pretty, like a pretty light colored owl. I wouldn't say white, but definitely a light color. Street Guard Artist Edition, and I haven't colored anything yet. Now I'm wondering if I should keep it uncolored. Well, I mean, do you have any plans to sell it in the future? Would you get more enjoyment out of it now than later? Like, I do have specific books that I don't color in. For instance, the, I mean, because it's not even meant to be a coloring book, really. Gosh, why can't I think of it now? That other book by Johanna that she did for her art show. I have that one, and she signed it. And that one I consider, like, that one's a collector's item. Like, I don't color in those. But, like, she, you know, she sends me signed copies. I color in those. So I think it's up to you and what will bring you the most joy, you know? Okay, so let's see. I suppose I can't avoid this area forever. So I think what we're gonna do is the insides of these are gonna be really light and the rings on the outside is what's gonna be the darker area. So let's start with dark brown. Zoom out just a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna start with dark brown. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the top parts of all of the outside rings. This is actually going really fast. I'm kind of pleased with that. And we'll add all those shadows here in a bit. So just nice and simple to begin with. Like, will it spark more joy looking at it on the shelf, or will it spark more joy using it? Yeah, New Girl is so good. How are you, Melissa? Yes, Mary, how's your job going? Hello. Well, now let's not go too far, Shannon. I don't know if we consider it hoarding, but is it hoarding if you use all the things you have? I mean, at what point is it considered hoarding? Because if that's the case, I might be here already. Because I definitely don't have at least 3 copies of every book. Oh, nice, Mary. I'm so excited for you. Okay, so we're just gonna go through all these little outlines. Like, I'll be honest, there's part of me that wants to save Fantasia because you can't get it anymore. But, oh man, I want to color in it. Actually, I decided which page I'm going to do. I just haven't had a chance to start it. Oh, I've got it in the bookshelf. But there's a page with an octopus that looks really cool. Wait, did the price of diapers shoot up? Is it part of the supply chain issue, or is there something going on? Is there a run on diapers? It is so funny. Hi, Christina. Emily Deschanel is just so good. And her and, gosh, I'm rewatching it. I should know his name. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. I'm blanking. But, you know, her main, like, love interest, I suppose. They have so much chemistry. Like, they're so good together. And the whole CC Schmidt thing just cracks me up. All right, almost there. All right, so that was the dark brown. Then we're gonna go ahead and grab, let's see, we've got quite a bit of kind of reddish stuff. Let's go in with the ginger root, actually. Has it really? Maybe I'm just not paying attention. I don't know, as far as like buying stuff, I get the occasional supplies that I need on Amazon, or like the kids really needed some pants. So like I did a Target pickup order. And then, you know, then we have groceries. But yeah, there's nothing like super regularly that I have to buy. I'm mad because our grocery store isn't carrying my English muffins anymore, so we have to go all the way to the health food store to get it. But, you know, there's that. Thanks, Christina. Well, what's the material went up as far as I know. It's funny, the parents coming to the aisle and reconsidering their life decisions. Yeah, they might want to reconsider doing the cloth diapering. I thought about cloth diapering. We're going to use ginger root now. When the kids were little, and it wouldn't have been out of the realm of possibility with my first child, but I couldn't have imagined trying to, I suppose if I had a rhythm and like I had really gotten it down with the first kid, maybe I could have managed it with the second, but like going out and stuff and cloth diapering that like, and then having to have like your diaper bin, like, I know that's what they used to do for years, but I don't want to, I don't know. It just seemed like one more thing to make everything so much more difficult. I don't know. Looking at baby pictures of the kids. I'm telling you, there's nothing like, nothing to give you baby fever like looking at pictures of your kids. So I told Steve that we can either have a baby or a bird or a toaster. Because it'd be cool to get one of those 4-slot toasters. Not that any of those are all the same line, but the idea is you tell him you want a baby, and then he's like, oh no, a baby. And then you're like, oh, okay, how about a bird? And he's like, okay, well, a bird's slightly less. And then you throw in a toaster as an option, and then it's just like, well, compared to all of those, of course, let's get a toaster. In the mid-70s. Well, yeah, I mean, when did they start coming out with paper diapers? I guess they're not paper, disposable diapers, I guess is the term. But, I'm trying to remember. I don't think my mom did cloth diapers with us. Puppy, 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 I wish. So why the ginger color? Oh, I just inhaled wrong. One, I used it up here. Truth be told, it's a little bit more yellow than I like, but as I'm going further, I like that there's a little bit of balance of kind of the reddish colors versus the yellow. And then what we've got here is I probably won't use the cream looking back, excuse me, but I've got these blue, this light blue and this light purple that we're going to use a little bit later to kind of help bring in with the shadows. Exactly, right? In comparison to a baby, like a toaster's nothing. The cloth diapers for 1 and 2. She went eco-friendly, natural, but disposable diapers, reality, comfort set. Yes, exactly. Cloth diapers for the first one and Pampers for the second daughter. Yeah, like it just seemed easier. Now, a puppy, I definitely want to as soon as we can. It's just we're not allowed to get any more large pets like that. Truth be told, I don't even know if a bird falls under the ones we're not allowed to get. The hamster's fine. Because he's contained, he's contained and he's not like gonna tear up the carpet or, chew on the door. I don't know. Do dogs do that? I don't know. But, hamster's pretty low on the destruction level. Okay, so we've got the outside rings. Let's do the inside portions now before we blend with our white. And then what we'll do is we'll work on this little area here, these, and then we will work on layering some of our shadows. Obviously, we'll have this whole side of it to do, and then we can work on the head. I feel like we're making a really good pace here. It's 9:30, an hour in. We've made a lot of good headway. Okay, so for the inside feathers, let's actually just go with, let's see, the grays are pretty red, aren't they? Let's do, what do I want to do? All right, let's grab dark brown. Huggies with both mine 28 years ago. Yeah, Pampers were ours too. All right, I'm gonna turn this a little bit because it's gonna be easier for me on these sections. So let's do, so we're gonna take the dark brown, and what we're gonna do is we're actually just going to put just a little bit of dark brown down at the bottom area of the feather. Kind of like we did at the tops or at the points here, but we're just gonna put it down at the bottom. We can zoom in a little bit here. Wrong direction, there we go. Oh, it focused on my hand. There we go, all better. Okay. There we go. But yeah, so toaster, I suppose. I did find a bookshelf that I wanted though, so that's gonna be cool. I can start getting some organizing done in the office a little bit. I just gotta work on him for that bird. Of course, I don't know. I gotta clean Nibble's little house tonight, so I may change my mind thinking, wow, I don't wanna clean another animal house. Of course, birds are pretty easy, aren't they? Don't you just put like newspaper? I'd have to do some research on bird care, but don't you just put like newspaper in the bottom of the bird cage? Oh, I shouldn't have put that there. Yeah, we've come too far. I suppose I could erase it, but I might still erase it. Okay, so we're just putting a little bit. We're using that dark brown. See, now I've got the New Girl theme song stuck in my head too. It's, hey girl, what you doing? Although Emily Deschanel does a really good job. She is such a good singer. I feel like she's my spirit animal. Sounds good, Iselina. That's true. How much do birds smell? Like, because I've got Nibbles's little house under control. Like he uses like little, he uses wood for absorption and it doesn't smell at all. It did when I used the like Carefresh, like not cloth, but like paper bedding. And that was just no way. I guess it's not really paper. I don't really know what it was made out of, but we've upgraded to the nicer wood bedding and he doesn't smell anymore. Birds are just so nice. And then I could teach it to say things. Dark brown. We're actually going to put it on the side here. Just a little bit. Yeah, we'll leave that now. Okay. Messy and stinky. Oh, maybe I don't want a bird. Okay, maybe a betta fish. Sounds good, Julie. Thanks so much for being here. Or we'll just go with the toaster. I'm probably better off with just a toaster. You know, baby, toaster, bird. It's all in the same category, right? Right? Nah, man, the reality of having a kid now, like we got ours in, I think, at a really good time. Like I'm 36, going on 37 this year. Like the kids are close in age and yeah. I don't know. And like I don't think I want to start all over again. Like the idea of potty training again and bottles or breastfeeding or whatever else, like I just don't know that I want to do all that again. I really don't want a bird. Stick with poop, please. You're right. Yes. Sorry, Lisa. You are correct. Yeah, it's Zoe Deschanel. See, it's Emily because I'm Emily, and so it's stuck in my head. Steve would be happier with a toaster, right? He absolutely would. Oh man, parrots are expensive. No, I'm thinking more along the lines of like those, you know, $30 or $40 parakeets, whatever they are. Do you to get there, make sure you get health insurance for a bird? I don't even have health insurance for our cats. We just have a good vet. Why would you need health insurance for a bird? Do they end up being really expensive, like health-wise? I mean, I suppose it would make sense if I was investing in like a $500 bird or something. I also asked him for a giraffe, so I may be a little wishy-washy about my pet choices here. See, I feel like this is going to look really cool when it's all done. It's when I get ideas in my head and it's just like, is this going to work? I don't know, but we're going to try it. Steve, that's not appropriate for chat. You shush. Ignore Steve, chat. Oh, Lord. Oh, even for the smaller ones. Mary, baby. I mean, you want to talk expensive. Babies are expensive. The hospital bills alone. True. Yeah, you guys might be right. I might be better off with the toaster. All right, quick sharpen. Okay, let's see. All right, so we need a quiet, non-smelly, non-messy pet. Well, I guess we already have the hamster, so I suppose that answers that question. Oh, thanks, Alex. Okay. Well, and then I always have to double check. It's just like, okay, I have this idea in my head. Now, is this idea in my head because I put it in my head? Or did I see this somewhere else? So then I have to double check to make sure that I'm not like copying anyone else. How are you, Patricia? Also, you can tell how hard I'm pressing by how much the little camera shakes when I color. This one won't shake because it's moving with the table, but yeah, the little one shakes more. Otherwise, if I'm going lightly, it won't shake all that much. A stuffed bird. There we go. But not a real stuffed bird, because I think that would make me sad if I was like, oh, this was a real bird at one point. So maybe like a stuffed animal bird. Where I can like squeeze its belly and it makes bird noises. That works, right? Okay. All right, I think it's about time to start getting some other shadows on here to get a little bit of definition, because it's all looking a little muddy, not very contrasty. So we're gonna work on that now. All right, so let's do, do I want to bring in any other colors? I think I might actually. Let's get some, no, I think I intended on grabbing French grays initially, but I guess I got warm grays. All right, we're gonna grab some French gray. Quiet, non-smelly, don't have to feed it or change it. It's good. Exactly, it's perfect. All right, so let's grab French gray. We're gonna grab, oh, I've got pencil all over my shirt. French gray 50 and French gray 30, although 30 and 20 don't look a ton different. All right, so 30 and 50. Problem is, I don't know where I'd put a giraffe. I mean, if he's not willing to get me a bird, he's probably not gonna be willing to get me a giraffe. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up with the toaster, guys. But one of those 4-slot toasters are super cool. I have gluten-free waffles that I like to eat, and they're small, so I usually eat like 3 of them if I'm gonna eat them. And then I have to like rotate them in the toaster. But if I got one of those 4-slot toasters, then I could just toast it all at the same time, and it would toast in half the time, which means that it would be in my belly twice as fast. That makes sense, right? Okay, so French gray 50. Let's go ahead and work on defining under here. Okay. And it's okay if there's no dark black lines. I'm not really hung up on the black lines for it. I don't want it to look like a super brown owl here, but I don't mind it a little bit. It's not going to be 100% white. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit of shadow under there. Then let's take this in and let's do a little bit under this part here as well. Just want some shadow here. And remember, we're gonna go in with like gel pen and Posca as well, so we can add some extra bright white spots on it. Go. All right, and then we're gonna use our French gray 30. Let's go and wipe that away. Since I've got the glove on, I'm more concerned with smearing the pigment across, especially considering how hard I'm pressing. Okay. There we go. Now, obviously, we'll do some of the same over here. All right, let's grab our French gray here and we're gonna bring it along the edge here. Okay. And then we're gonna grab French gray 30. All right, now what I wanna do is get our darkest one. Actually, you know what we're gonna bring in? We're gonna bring in, oh, I guess dark umber is pretty dark. No, we'll use dark umber again. Here we go. Give that a quick sharpen. Okay, and I want to redefine some of the edge here a little bit. I want this wing to kind of pop out from the kind of chest area here. So that's gonna go down like so. We're gonna give this a little bit of definition on the outside. It's just a way to kind of make sure that things don't get too muddy and we kind of keep that contrast. All right, now what we're gonna do is, do I wanna bring in the blue or the purple? Let's bring in, I feel like with the redness of this brown, of this particular wing area, the purple's just gonna kind of disappear. So I wanna bring in the blue, right, Mary? Although now I'm wondering if cloud blue is dark enough. We could also bring in like a jade green. Let me think. This is usually the process that I figure out, but you guys get to hear all my inner thoughts here. Periwinkle wouldn't be bad. Let's also grab jade green and periwinkle and let's see how those will play with it. So jade green is number 1021. It's kind of with the browns. Here we go. 1021. All right, here's jade green. And what was the other one I said? Periwinkle. Okay. Periwinkle, the number is 1025. That's 2425. Here we go. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for muted tones, but that also still have some color to them. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, it isn't going to be like a bright white. There's definitely some darkness to it, but glitter or non-glitter gel pens? I have no plans for glitter gel pens on this page at the moment. But I mean, if you're using them, yeah, glitter. We love glitter. Okay, so let's do periwinkle. I try to kind of see how the colors look in my head, but sometimes you just have to just go for it and see how they work. So we're gonna start with periwinkle. I'm not gonna press super hard yet. They're not gonna glide like normal because it's already pretty waxy because of all the white. So just go slowly and kind of see how you feel. And that's the nice thing is with so much white on here, if you really wanted to, you could apply white again and it would get rid of probably not 100% of the blue, but a lot of the blue. So think of it as like almost an eraser. But just go slow if you're unsure of whether or not the blue will work for it. Let me get a sip of water here. Jill Otter, that could be a cool otter name. I'm down with it. All right, so just that periwinkle there. Let's go ahead and use it on these feathers as well. I'm gonna use it on the inner part of this feather here. And then so that we don't have these harsh lines of blue, we will bring in that white to kind of smooth out the edge just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. That works out well. Okay. Now, normally if you had just started with periwinkle, because I can't remember, I had somebody comment and ask like, why do you do all of this first and then like the white on top, or like, why not start with it on the bottom? And part of it is because the colors layer differently depending on if they are touching the paper directly or if they're going on top of color already. So it kind of just depends on the strength of the color that you want. Now, for some reason, it's doing this weird scratchy thing, but we'll fix that with the white. Go. Okay, so now we're gonna grab. No. she was saying it's because she was excited. She was saying glitter, of course, but then she realized that she mistyped glitter, so she went glitter. Geez, she was saying geez to herself because she mistyped. No worries, Michaela. It's all good. Yeah, everyone's chill. We're all good. She was saying geez to herself. All right, now we're gonna use the white just to smooth out that blue edge. Michaela, it's all good. She wasn't saying anything. Okay, now we're gonna use the white here. Oh no, it happens. Like I totally, yeah. I always mistype stuff and then I'll send something to Steve and he'll be like, wait, what? I'm like, oh. Yeah, and that's nothing compared to the time that I messaged Steve. We were talking about this last time. I messaged Steve, but responded to him in Tammy's chat. So I was like, oh, my bad. Then you try and delete it, but it's too late. You gotta love technology. We're gonna use a little bit of the, thank you, Mary. We're gonna use a little bit of the periwinkle on this one here because I realized I forgot to. So this is kind of balancing out the almost too much red that I got from the warm grays. Yeah, I like that a lot. And because we're gonna end up doing a blue background, it's gonna kind of reflect some of that blue. Okay, so now let's grab, and in fact, rather than using the cream or even the purple, I think it might be good to stick with the blues and the greens because it's, you know, it's kind of supposed to portray kind of a cooler color because, you know, it's a snowy owl and it's going to be a blue background. So I don't know. I still need to think about the leaves. I'm not entirely sure what we'll do with the leaves, but we'll probably tackle the leaves next time. All right, jade green now. Let's do, I think we'll do blue on this kind of yellowish part of the feathers. Let's do jade green on this part here. Part of me wants to throw in pink to make him like iridescent, but I don't know. Then I'm gonna get too rainbowy again, and that was not my plan. We all know how much I like to gravitate towards my rainbow color palette. Okay, now we're gonna use our white. Right? Well, and then I get annoyed because like I'm like I'll be texting somebody, maybe it's Steve, maybe it's somebody else, and I'll say something about the kids, and I will I'll swipe in the word or I'll type in the word of their names, and the phone will autocorrect to something else, and I'm almost like offended and annoyed at my phone because I'm like, why don't you know my children's names by now, you know? Like, I'm just like, hello? I type them all the time. Get it together, phone. In small amounts. Maybe on the face. Maybe we could do it on the face. Oh, wait. Wrong one. Okay, so jade green here. And it's just so funny because I don't generally do such muted tones. So these are pencils that don't get used too often. They're not like on my list of duplicates that I always purchase. I really like the peacock colors, like peacock green and peacock blue. Those are some of my favorites. Ones that I use a lot are going to be like pale sage and putty beige. Obviously white I use more than anything, but that's because I use white on like every brand of pencil that I have. Cream, sky blue light. Those are really nice. Dahlia purple. I really like dahlia purple. Calls Riggs Rick. Oh no. Okay, so that's jade. Let's go ahead and grab the periwinkle for this part here. Oh, maybe we could put pink here. Pink might look kind of cool on this part. Okay, so let's do periwinkle. But I'm just gonna put it on the left side. And then we might switch it up and put it on the right side here when we get to the other side of the owl. Okay, So just in the corner there, we're going to use the white over the top, so it's not going to be quite as dark as it is right now. Okay, so now we're going to use the white. Kind of blend that through. There we go. Yeah, see, that balances the yellow on there really nice, I think. It almost makes it look more white, like it's kind of pulled some of that yellow a little bit. Finds it's funny that he can tell when I'm in a car by if it's Riggs, if Riggs is Riggs or Rick. That's hilarious. Oh, where at, Michelle? Post it in the deals and sales page. That'll be perfect for it. Because yeah, with it being out of print, it is obscenely expensive on Amazon. See, can I use my blender and then add more color on top? Yeah, what Kenny said and what Mary said. If there's still more tooth, you just have to understand that, like, right now, there's not a lot of tooth to this. This is really glossy. So if I were to use, yeah, if I were to use the blender on top of this, it would just kind of shift the pigment. The white works better because it's lightening it, but for the blender, yes, you can add color on top. It's just situational and you kind of have to get a feel for it. And yeah, it just kind of depends on how mushed the paper is. All right, so now let's see. Thank you, Shannon. Let's go ahead and use the white to blend this blue. Just a little bit there. And then yeah, I think we'll get the Deco Pink. That's like one of the lightest blinks. I am gonna be so sad if they ever discontinue like the Deco Pink. It is one of my favorite. I wish they would bring back the Deco Blue. Like, the more blues, the better. Like, it's my favorite color. All right, there we go. Yeah, because I don't think I want to do the purple. Let's grab the Deco Pink. Wah, pencils. There we go. Ah, thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, we're making a little white owl, but it'll really pop when we've got everything else going on around it. Okay, so look at this. It's beautiful. Beautiful, definitely not. Let's see, is it gonna focus? You gonna focus? Maybe if I do it like this. Hang on. There you go. Look, it's beautiful, not cracked down the middle, Deco Pink. But I will say one thing for it. The wood up here hasn't started to chunk away and the lead isn't broken. So, you know, I can't complain too much. $6.53. See, that is more reasonable. That is more reasonable. Snookit, are you talking the artist edition though? Or the regular book? Because that's got to be probably the price of the regular book. I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. If you guys can find it cheaper on Amazon, please like link it to me and I'll change the link that I have below. I just couldn't find it today. Oh, the regular one. Yeah. Okay, so Deco Pink. Michelle, where did you find it? All right, Deco Pink, because I would be excited to share that link with everyone, because I don't want anybody to spend, you know, unless it's something they are really wanting. I don't want anyone to have to spend 50 bucks on this. Gone through both pink and blue twice. Wait, Ronnie, you have a Deco Blue? Because like right now, the only Deco colors that come in this set are, let's see, Deco Pink, Deco Peach, and I think that's it. I have Deco Orange. I have Deco Orange, but that's just because I found it somewhere. Wait, what did Evelyn say? Wait, why was Ev in the doghouse? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. All right. So we're gonna add the pink here. All right, let's put a little bit. Yeah, I think you're right, Mary. I like this little bit of pink in here. It adds a little something extra. Like I said, we're taking a little bit of creative license with our snowy owl here. Okay, now let's use our white again. We don't want it super bright. This is just to kind of add a little bit of tone to it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now let's work on this area a little bit. Oh, actually, do I want to add? No, we're good. Yeah, we'll work on this area a bit. Oh, you have a potty mouth. Oh no, I must have missed that. Oh, awesome, Sheena. All right, so now let's scooch on down and we're gonna do a little bit on these chest feathers here. We're gonna use both the periwinkle and the jade. Oh yeah, I'd love to see it, Kenny. Oh, okay, yeah, I totally missed that. Okay, so now we're gonna do, we're gonna start with jade, actually. We're gonna start with jade. We might just do all jade on the chest, I don't know. This might be a good time to bring in the purple, or, ooh, actually, the pink might be kind of pretty. He could end up looking a little iridescent. I'm kind of okay with that as this is developing. I think that could work, actually. Okay, so we're gonna do jade here. I mean, it's hard when you're trying to, you know, express that something is a very light color to still keep that contrast and kind of keep that variation in color. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I feel like we are slightly, no, you know what? I feel like we're out of focus, but it's just because like I blurred out all the lines. Hi, Haiti, how are you? All right, so we're gonna put the jade here. We're adding it to all of the chest feathers that have the little outside ring here. Okay. And I didn't really do this one here. Hang on, let's grab, this is dark umber. We're just gonna grab a little bit of that, and we're gonna grab the white. Just smooth that out there. There we go. Problem solved. Oh, sweep, sweep, sweep. And then we're gonna use the jade again. And let's see, we're gonna do this little bit here, kind of in the middle. Same thing here, to this side, also in the middle, because now we're gonna switch to adding the jade on the right side. Is it following any one particular light source? Nah, not really. Creative license. That's all this is. Okay, almost done with the jade. Okay, did I miss any? I think we're good. All right, let's take the white. Sweep this away real quick. I don't want to smear anything. Yeah, I love that we're still getting some color in on him, so he's not just this kind of gray and tan kind of whitish bird. So we're just doing a little bit of white just to kind of smooth out the edge. Almost done. I'll look up in chat in just a minute. Okay, there you go. See, this is going actually really quick. I'm pleased with this. Oh, sky blue. Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Aw, thanks, Angela. All right, so let's use Deco Pink now. I almost colored over the jade. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay. I don't know. Can you guys see it? I guess you can't see it quite as well as I can. I wish you guys had a little bit more contrast in your video, because there's a little bit more color on my end. It's so hard with video, like it never translates exactly how it is IRL, as the young kids say. But yeah, all right, a little bit there. But this kind of just little dips of color here, I think, is what's making it. Okay, is that all the pink? Yes. Okay, now the white. Just a little bit, because I don't want to completely wash it all out. It's all pretty light as it is. Okay. It's just meant to be pretty subtle. Now, the next question is though, do I want to add, I'm thinking of adding some periwinkle or some of the grayed lavender to just the sides to help act as a little bit of a shadow where the feathers would be. I'm leaning towards the purple because it'll be different than the periwinkle on the wings. So let's try that out. We're gonna do the grayed lavender. Okay, we're gonna press a little bit harder. It's just gonna be on the sides. Wait, who is? Did you see she's with a property brother? They're so cute. Wait, what did I miss? Did I say something that I forget what we were talking about? Oh, yeah, absolutely, Ronnie. Yeah, and when there's the blue behind him, yeah, it'll really pop. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Subtle, not super dark, but you can tell that there's a shift in color there. Wait, what did I miss? I am on live chat, right? Okay. Wait, you might have been behind. Oh, from New Girl, from New Girl. Okay. I gotcha. Okay, there you go. It says it's a Sanford Prismacolor premiere. Sanford, Sanford's the older one. For individuals though, for individuals on the Deco Pink, I would avoid Amazon if you can. It's just not very cost effective. Oh, she's with her property brother. Okay. Okay, now I do feel I'm out of the loop because I don't actually know who property brothers are. Who are the property brothers? Are they music? Do they own property? Do they buy and sell property? Oh no. Am I not up on what's hip and cool? I don't know who the property brothers are. I got the talk tick. Does that help? Oh no, Melissa's shocked crud. Who? Okay, maybe I can figure it out. What field are they in? Are we talking music? Are we talking movies? Are we talking real estate? HGTV. I don't have HGTV. I'm not cool enough. They flip houses. Oh, okay. My mother-in-law probably knows. She loves watching those house flipping shows. Okay. Let's do this part down here. I don't know that I'll do individual sections. I think we might just, let me think. Let's start with our, what is this? Warm grade 20? Do I want that? No, I don't want that. Let's do light umber. They buy and sell property. Okay. So wait, are they just called the Property Brothers or is their last name actually Property? Because that'd be hilarious if their last name was actually Property and they bought and sold properties. All right, so let's do light umber. We're gonna do this area down here. I think we'll do it in a V shape. I don't know that we'll do the individual shapes. Yeah, I don't have HGTV, I'm sorry. If it's not, are they on a streaming service? Can I watch them? Are they on the FlixNet? I don't know. On the Loohoo? Are they on the Loohoo? Are they on the BHO Max? No, their name is not Property Illustrator. I don't know. Maybe I legally changed my last name to Illustrator. It's possible. Oh, do you guys want to hear something hilarious? So obviously, you know, the kids call us mommy and daddy for the most part. They have really no reason to call us anything else. Now, our oldest, obviously, you know, she's pretty quick and, you know, she remembers things pretty easily. But our youngest, you know, he pays attention to the things that he wants to pay attention to. And we got in a conversation at dinner one night and we asked him if he knew what Daddy's first name was. And he did not say what Daddy's first name actually was. I said, well, do you know Daddy's first name? And he looked at us and looked at little Emily, and he looked so proud. And you know what he said? He said, Steve! So we might need to legally change Steve's name to Steve. And then we both cringed a little that, that he legitimately thought that his name was Steve. Netflix or YouTube? Okay. Netflix? Okay, that works. That works. But yeah, we were cracking up pretty hard. And then it took him a while. He eventually got it. But then we're like, oh no, what have we done? Okay, so let's get warm grade 10. Wait, Steve isn't Steve? Steve is not Steve. Steve was named Steve by chat. All right, 10% warm gray. It's his secret identity. Melissa, mind blown. But we thought it was hilarious, but also concerning at the same time. I'm like, oh no. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's use our white. Is Emily even Emily? I don't know. Maybe. It's not a little Steve or little Emily. Oh, okay, let me see. Are they handsome? Let's take a look. In general. Oh! Okay. Okay, all right. I know who they are. Like, I recognize them. Okay. All right, I'm not totally out of the loop. I do recognize them. Shannon, mind blown. You never know. My real name could be Tallulah. Tallulah Jenkins. That is my name. Or Princess Consuela. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Mind blown. Twin brothers. Okay. Now I'm going with Tallulah. Tallulah Jenkins. That's my real name. I mean, shh. You can't know that. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna get one of those "Hello, my name is," and it's gonna say Tallulah Jenkins. Shh. No one tell Steve he married a Tallulah. Otherwise, I told my husband, well, her kids are named after her and her husband. I remember you telling me that, Melissa. Can you imagine, Ev? Oh my gosh. His teachers would be so confused. Oh dear. Our kids are just gonna grow up really confused. Right? She's so good, which means new girl, like, even that much better. Like, I've had bangs before with my hair, but if I could get my hair to look like hers, that'd be amazing. But again, I've just got her new girl theme song stuck in my head. Hey girl, what you doing? But I don't sound like her in any way. Shannon. Hey, it could be a thing, you know, like those comic books where they, you know, they call them, you know, little something, but it's like what is it? They do it like L-I-apostrophe-L or something like that. I don't know. Okay, that's all white. And what will we do with it? Let's do, I'm thinking periwinkle. Periwinkle for that lower part. Okay, so let's start with periwinkle. Or we could alternate colors. We can do that. Let's do periwinkle and jade. That'd be pretty. Yeah, we were playing the Harry Potter game. Melissa told me that. It was so funny. periwinkle there. And then let's do jade. That's fair. In my defense, there are a lot of boys that are junior with the same name. Figure Emily just said the heck with it and she'll have my name too. Why not? It could work. All right, jade green. I love it. All right, there's the jade. Then let's go ahead and use our white. Shannon's just dying over there. It's acceptably understandable. Melissa, I was pregnant. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Pregnancy brain is a thing. Pregnancy brain is a thing. All right, white. I love you guys. That's hilarious. Melissa, we really need to finish our Harry Potter game. I'm not kidding when I say I haven't played it anymore since the last time that we played. So we pick up right where we left off. I just gotta find the time. Let's use a little bit of the pink as well. And let's use it like down here at the bottom. Are we still in frame? Yes, okay. Time is it anyway? 10:16? Okay, I think we made it really far. I think we're doing really good. We're gonna work on this lower part here next. Okay, let's grab a little bit of that purple. We're named Little Emily and Little Steve. Right? Lorelai Gilmore style, exactly. Yeah, Little Steve, Little Emily. All right, grade lavender a little bit, just under here in the corner maybe. Go. Ah, that's true. We could start going with middle names. I mean, we have no more plans to have children. It was really more of a joke about whether or not, you know, we'd have another baby, but that ship's pretty much sailed. I honestly, I cannot imagine going through pregnancy again. Like, my first pregnancy was okay. Second one was just rough though, man. And now I'm like 10 years older and it's just, no, not 10 years. That's not right. Am I mathing wrong? I'm mathing wrong. Anyway, I am older now. Technically, I would be considered, because I am over 35. I'm going to use the French Gray 50. I would be considered a geriatric pregnancy. That's how they would define me as. Doesn't matter if it's not going to work, Ev. All right, so French Gray 50. And a little bit of white. Just a little bit, soften the edge. There we go. And let's do a little bit of French Gray down here in these corners here. Yeah, in a very special way. Named after the mom and giving junior designations. Oh, I like that. That is true, yes. All right, so we're gonna use a little bit of that French Gray down here in the corner. Go. And we will leave that one. Why do you think I told him to shush? I know what he means. All right, oh, I sweeped off a pencil. All right, let us move this here and we're gonna shift down. Right? No, it's totally true. For sure, we do many kids to show the Hogwarts stairways. Whee! You just, you know, toss them right over the edge. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to get them to practice their Quidditch, you know, just call their broom when they fly around. Melissa is referring to, I may or may not pick up students and drop them over the stairway. They were in my way, I'm just saying. No, but seriously, yeah, when you're over 35, it's considered a geriatric. I don't blame you, Tanya. I'm good. All right, moving on. But yes, if you're over 35, it's considered a geriatric pregnancy. Like totally, because I have a friend who had their third child, and she was over 35. She's like, oh yeah, I'm geriatric. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, hello? Like, okay. But it has to do with like higher risks and stuff. Well, I know, I'm only, well, coming, yeah. I'm not even saying I'm almost 37 yet. I'm 36. But in terms of health for pregnancy, because like especially like over 40 is when like the risks increase, but it's like 35 and up, they're like, yep, all right, you should be about done with this now. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. All right, dark umber. A little bit here. But it's cool. It's cool. In a few years, we'll get a dog, and that will solve my need to nurture something small. I know, but still, I know, right? When you put the term geriatric in front of somebody who's 36, you're just like, well, that seems a little premature, but okay. Yeah. So over 35, like it's just the risks increase. But I always said I wanted to be done having kids, you know, by the time that I was 30. And, you know, so by the time we're in our 50s, you know, theoretically, they'll be moved out and, you know, we'll go traveling or something. Theoretically. It's a strong theoretical. Okay. Ugh, don't do that to me, Ev. No. I'm trying to think, is Zooey Deschanel in anything else? Like, obviously there's New Girl, but New Girl's been done for a while, hasn't it? Let's see, do I want to do French gray? No, let's not do French gray. Let's do warm gray so that we kind of stick with the theme. Let's do 10% warm gray. Like, has she done anything recently? Even for that matter, like Emily Deschanel, she did Bones for the longest time, but is she even doing anything anymore? What are the Deschanel sisters doing these days? Okay, so we're using the 10% warm gray. Then we're gonna use our white. I do love the French grays. 20. It's more like 30. No boys. Oh, yeah. No, I'm trying not to think of it. I do not want to reach that stage. Called the Tin Man. I love that, but that's older. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking more like now. I'll have to IMDb them later to see what they're doing. All right, so now we're going to use our white. Oh, she has a new show. Cool. Do we know what the new show is about? Or are we talking Emily or Zoe? Okay, in our white here. Here we go. And then let's grab our dark brown. Yeah, see, I feel like this is really gonna pop. And we may add a few more shadows once we get everything else in, but... Oh, nice, nice. I'll have to look that one up, especially since I'm rewatching the series. Oh, really? Emily or Zoe? All right, dark brown. There we go. A little bit on the tip there. And then let's do some of that ginger root, kind of keeping with that theme a little bit. It ended up working out, especially since we added other colors. There we go. Okay, let's do our white. Who were you thinking of, Ev? She's doing a TJE celebrity dating game? Is she hosting it or in it? Oh no. Okay. So see, this is what I mean about some of the ink bleeding because I'm pressing so hard with the white. Like I'm getting a lot more blue in this mixture, and that's because there's so many black lines and the ink is smearing a little bit. And it's okay, we'll make it work, but it's the risk you run. So I'm just gonna make sure I've got all these lines covered since I'm kind of graying everything anyway. Oh, the girl in Thor. Are you thinking, Natalie Portman? Are you talking her assistant? Because her assistant, I don't know her name. I can see her in my head. She was also in WandaVision. She was also in WandaVision. All right, let's use some of that periwinkle. And we're gonna use it here, actually. I mean, because it already looks kind of blue from the ink kind of smearing a little bit. So we're gonna add in periwinkle there, and then we'll do our jade. Hosts a game show, okay. All right, so we're gonna do jade here. Okay, then let's do our white. Kat Denning, yes, Kat Denning. She is adorable. I love her. I mean, I don't know what she's currently working on. It's just the most recent thing I've seen that she was in was WandaVision. And that just tied into the whole Marvel universe because she was in Thor. Best Thor movie? Thor Ragnarok. I really like Thor Ragnarok. Oh, Kat Denning. Yes, that's right. She was in Two Broke Girls. I haven't watched that. I should watch it. All right, let's use a little bit of dark umber here. A little bit of there. Then we're gonna grab, what is this one? This one is the 20% warm gray. No, let's grab French gray. 50% French gray. And where's that other one I got? That's warm gray. I know I grabbed another French gray here. Here we go. 30% French gray. There we go. All right. And then let's do our white. Okay, and then let's grab a little bit of that deco pink for this outside part. I know it's pretty subtle and you can't see it, but I know it's there. Okay. Let's do these tail feathers real quick. So let's grab our dark brown. I'm dragging that dark brown where the feathers overlap. Give it a quick sharpen. See, this is what we do here. We do all the movie trivia. We try and remember who was in what and what if they're currently in anything. Like Gina Davis. There's an obscure one. What was the last thing Gina Davis did? Or is she even still acting? Okay, let's do a little bit down here. Thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, and we'll zoom out here a little bit and take a look. Like I said, once we get the background in, it'll really pop. Okay, let's grab the 30% French gray to do with this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That is My Fair Lady. All right, everyone's favorite musical. Go. Favorite musical and why? There you go. Nah, it doesn't have to be a why. It doesn't have a reason, rhyme or reason why we like the musicals we do. Dark brown or dark umber. Dark umber. I press it a little bit harder here because I want this to be a little bit darker. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our warm gray. Hello, Dolly. Oh, I love it. I haven't, no. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. Thank you, Mary. I'm gonna be singing show tunes all night now. Either, Sheena. Either or. Guys and Dolls. Wicked. Okay. Chicago. I love Chicago. Yep. Hello, Dolly. Yep. All right. Let's use some white. She's done so many good musicals. I feel like we need to add just a little bit of color on the tip. We're going to grab the French Gray 50. And we're just going to drag that straight across the bottom. Look up a chat in just a second. Oh, the Phantom of the Opera. I love that. Ooh, I want to go listen to that soundtrack after stream now. So good. Okay. I'm not going quite over the white on there because I don't know how the Prismacolor on the paper is going to mess with the watercolor that we're going to put on here. So I'm trying to be careful not to get too much white that's not on the owl. Ooh, Oklahoma Sound of Music. The old Phantom, not the redone one. Oh, okay. West Side Story. Wicked for the stage. Cinderella with Leslie Ann Warren for the screen. I can read. Let's see. Les Miserables and Rent. Phantom. Yes. Love it. Musicals are so good. Anastasia. I love it. For Anastasia, I've seen the cartoon. Do they have live action versions of Anastasia? It would have been a whole different movie if they had actually had Meg Ryan sing all those parts. Current movie that has everybody singing right now is Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno, no. And that's gonna be stuck in everybody's head now, so you're welcome. The kids ask to listen to it every time we get in the car. High School Musical. They have Anastasia on Broadway. Ooh, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. That's good. Bugsy Malone. Not the movie Rent, but when it first came out. Okay. I went and saw Chicago on Broadway. That's the only time I've been to Broadway, but it was really good. All right, let's see. Jade Green is what we're gonna use here. We're gonna do Jade Green on top. And I know we put all these browns on here, so you're like, why are you layering? And it's all about the undertones, honestly. Like, it's keeping a nice kind of gray, kind of just light tone with this. And like I said, when we're all done with the owl and, you know, all things said and done, we're going to be adding some like white details on top. So hopefully that will make it pop a little bit more. Okay, and then let's use, oh, the King and I forgot about the King and I. Anastasia on the bookshelf. I love it. Meet Me in St. Louis. Okay. Very nice. All right, Deco Pink, a little bit on the tips here. There we go. Okay, then a little bit of white again. What can I say except you're welcome? That's Moana. Why are you throwing now? It's gonna be stuck in my head. Wait, four Anastasias? Okay. Put that white all the way through. Sweepity sweep, sweep, sweep. Let's use a little bit of our French Gray 50. And I just want to add a single line of this French Gray underneath so we can show some of that shadow. There we go. Let's also do some of that French Gray. Oh, South Pacific. Isn't that the one? I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man. Isn't that the song that's from there? Let's see. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes. That's okay, Michaela. All right. French gray 50. Sing in the rain, we'll sing. So you guys are gonna have me singing all night long. All right, let's use a little bit of the white. The Unsinkable Molly Brown. I've heard of that one, but I haven't seen it. I need to make myself like a running checklist of musicals I need to watch. All right, let's use just a little bit more of this French gray. Let's use it here. There we go. Okay, let us zoom out and see what we've accomplished. It's definitely not quite a snowy owl, but it's got the white look to it. And we can maybe, like, this could maybe use a few more shadows, but I think we'll wait, like we'll keep going with the formula that we're going with. And I think we'll wait to add any extra shadows until we have everything else around, because we'll get a better idea. But I really think he's just gonna pop off the screen. Let's see, what did he say? Mother was 30 when she had me, and then 8 more after. 8 more after. Oh, Patricia. Oh my gosh. So was the Wizard of Oz. Yes. Miss Saigon, Sound of Music. Just tried washi tape on a coloring page instead of coloring clothes. Nice results, but too time consuming. I can imagine all that cutting. I used to watch musicals on Saturdays, then Godzilla or beach party movies on Sunday. I love it. Oh, it's on Prime. Okay, cool. I love the Newsies, Angela. Yeah, I love the Newsies. Love, 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 love. Yeah, okay, cool, cool, cool. I was trying to remember if I remembered it correctly. Yeah, Sound of Music is so good. Me too. It's the music. Like, you can't help it. Like, bust out in song. Yeah, Newsies are fantastic. All right, well, it is 10:37. I think we made a ton of progress on this. So I'll need to catch up on this wing here, but I think that's all I'll do. And then I think what we'll start with next time, oh, I love it, Angela. I think what we'll start with next time is the background, because we're gonna do watercolor on the background, and I definitely wanna get that down before we do any of the foliage. So I'll finish the wing, and then next time we will start on painting the background, and then we'll do the head. So yeah, I don't know how long it'll take us to get the background painted, but it's not the kind of thing where I can just do part of it and catch up later, because I don't want it to dry and leave weird blotches. So yeah, background and face will be our goal for next time. I don't know how long it'll take us to finish. Now, as far as when we're gonna be live next, tentatively Monday night. I need to chat with Steve, and we need to have a serious talk what our plans are for Valentine's. So I will keep you posted. If I decide not to stream, I will let you all know. So make sure you check the community tab. If you are curious, I'll post it up beforehand and everything. Otherwise, if we don't stream Monday, we'll continue this on Wednesday morning. All right, Evelyn, thank you for your super chat so much. Thank you everyone for being here and hanging out and all the conversation. Y'all are wonderful. Yeah, other than that, if I don't see you on Valentine's, have a great Valentine's Day. Have a great weekend. Keep being awesome. And I will chat with you next time. All right, bye. Sorry, Melissa. I just had to crack up for that one. And that one back in.